Okay, today we're doing a slightly odd challenge. You know what, actually, I could just do this on ladder. There's no need to spend diamonds on this. We're going to be doing a commander emote review. So I'm going to be playing each commander in turn and giving you my opinion on their emotes. So we're going to be doing a lot of emoting. I think each commander has 10 emotes. I think there's 2, maybe 12. How many emotes are there? There's Greet, Shock, Taunt, Good Game. What else is there? Guess I'll find out. Oh, there's Oops and Ability. Yes, there's 6, and each of them has 2. So there's 12 emotes. So let's start with Seth. My memory is telling me Seth has pretty good emotes. I haven't played Seth in a while, but I'm pretty sure his emotes are pretty good. So we've got classic, I'm Seth, just Seth. Obviously, absolute throwback to the good old days of Command & Conquer, when Seth was just Seth. That's obviously, it's great. It's a good one. You know, that's a good emote. We've got
my ambition knows no bounds.
Also solid. His ambition knows no bounds. This is true.
There's no stopping you, is there?
Yeah, see, that's a good one as well. That's a good one. What else the other good game?
You are ambitious.
Yes, the Seth emotes are great, man. I stand by my initial recommendation.
I deserve success.
And then look, he's doing a little sad face when he does the Oops emote. That's a good one as well.
You are starting to annoy me.
That one's less good. I don't like that one as much. I think that one's a bit weak. That's not as good as the other Oops emote. That one's like a tier below the first one, I'd say. What else have we got? We got this.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, see, like when you're trying to convey that you're like, I fucked up, Seth does a really good job of conveying that. And even the shock emote does like a good job of conveying what you're trying to send to your opponent when you send that emote. So yeah, I think the Seth emotes are great.
How is that possible?
Yeah, see? That's really good. Oh yeah, Seth emotes are like S tier. Seth might be the best emotes in the game. Although there are some good emotes. Liang and Jade are both very good as well. And then what else have we got? We got this.
I am in control.
That one's pretty weak. I don't really feel like that's much of a taunt. That's a pretty weak emote. Not a big, like, that's one of Seth's. That's definitely bottom 2 for Seth for me.
No one sneaks up on me.
That one's pretty good. Although I don't think it really conveys a taunt. But I think it's a pretty solid emote of its own. And then we've got,
I'm going to eat things up.
I like how he's got his boys behind him.
Scorch the battlefield.
Like, he's got the boys behind him because he's summoning the flamers. Yeah, the ability emotes are really good as well. Alright, so Seth emotes, I'm giving them like... I need to have the comparison in my head. But I would give this like a solid 8 out of 10 as my initial rating. I think they're very good. I think they're the top tier emotes for sure. Alright, so we got Kane next. This one makes me a little bit sad because I'm pretty sure the Kane emotes are bad. I think they're like some of the worst in the game. So we've got...
Kane lives.
That one's obviously a banger. Like, let's not... That Kane Lives obviously is goated. That's a great emote. So that one's like a 10 out of 10.
Glory to Nod.
That one's also decent. You know, you've got Glory to Nod. It's clearly a greeting. That's solid. His greet emotes are pretty good. His greet emotes don't suck. I'll give him that.
I will remember that.
That one's decent as well, actually. I feel like there's a couple that really let the side down, because so far those ones have been decent.
Worthy of a promotion.
Yeah, that one's also pretty solid. You know, you're saying GG, like, yeah, worthy of promotion. It makes sense. That's a good one. What else have we got?
Mistakes are punished.
It's not bad, actually. It's not bad as an Oops emote. Maybe, I don't know, I feel like there's definitely something about Kane emotes that makes me think, oh my god, this like lets the set down, because so far they've been decent.
I expected deception.
That one's also solid. Alright, so where's the rubbish ones? I think it's the taunt emotes. I think the taunt emotes for Kane are absolutely horrible, and that's what lets Kane down as an emote, as the emote king. Well, I don't know about king, but like his other emotes are solid, but then I seem to recall the taunt emotes being absolutely garbage. Where are we at? Are we at shock?
That will only make me stronger.
Oh no, his shock emotes are garbage. That one, like, what do you mean that will only, how is that shock emote? That's rubbish. That's a rubbish one for sure. Did I remember to do the other oops?
Mistakes are punished.
Yeah, no, I've done both the oops. But yeah, that shock emote is definitely Garbagore. That's like F tier shock emote right there. Oh, hang on, I need to like play the game a little.
Do not mistake me.
Yeah, that one's rubbish as well. That one's absolutely rubbish. That's a really bad emote. So yeah, his shock emotes are garbage.
You can't kill the Messiah.
That one's a decent taunt. Yeah, I like that. That's a good taunt, actually. I'd put that reasonably high up on taunt tier list.
A primitive strategy.
That's also a decent one. All right, it is literally just, I think it's literally just the shock emotes. Like, I knew there was something that really let him down. I think it's the shock emotes that are unplayable. Because everything else has been pretty solid. Oh, and Fire the Obelisk is obviously goated. That's a really good one. And then what's the other one?
I'll show you the light.
That one's less good. That one's not as good as Fire the Obelisk. But it's not terrible. Alright, so in conclusion, I've been a little overly harsh towards Kayn. It is literally just, it's just the shock emotes that let him down.
Only make me stronger.
Like, the shock emotes are absolutely garbage, but the everything else is pretty solid. Alright, so now we have to actually like, play rivals. Boo. No more emoting, just playing the game. Boo. Yeah, so anyway, there's the emotes. Do a Kayn lives, sure. Thanks, George. Yeah, so I think, in conclusion, Kayn emotes are solid, apart from Shock, which completely lets him down. Because all the other emotes are decent, and then Shock is unbelievably garbage. Like, Shock is, like, worst emote. Kayn's Shock emote is, like, bottom tier. It's one of the worst in the game, for sure. I have not really been paying attention to this game, and it's looking pretty bad now. Oh, I've made way too many lasers. I'm going to lose to the next Flamer troop that comes out. There's two of them. I'm in so much trouble. Oh, that's a militant. Still, I definitely was not paying enough attention to this game. Let's just try and hold one pad, and then we'll see if we can push up to a second one later on. These shades, man, they're actually doing a number on me. Taking care of business. Oh, he got me. He got me good. Oh, no, hang on. Maybe not. Can't get back on the pad. He's fucked it, boys. He's absolutely spaffed it. He had it, and he spaffed it. Alright, so in conclusion, I think that if you ignore the shock emotes from Kayn, which are like a 0 out of 10, like they actually just worst emotes in the game, I think Kayn would be like, I think Kayn would be a 9 if his shock emotes were good. Because they're rubbish, I think they drag it down so much. It's like a 7 or a 6. The shock emotes are so bad. But the other emotes are actually pretty good. Like, the shock emotes are so bad that in my head, I had it in my head that Kayn emotes sucked. But actually going over them, they're pretty solid apart from shock. Alright, so Jade emotes, I believe, are very good. Let's check out some Jade emotes.
The name is Jade.
Yeah, obviously, that's a solid. The name is Jade.
There is no denying my genius.
Also a solid one. Not great. Like, neither of those are amazing, but they're both solid. Jade's VA is great. Yes, the woman they got to do Jade is very good. Gonna kill off these bikes. Alright, cool.
I will study your tactics.
That one's okay. Oh shit, I meant to have Buggy in my deck. Whoops. The problem with I will study your tactics, like, again, you've got these GG emotes that are basically, they're like reasonable GGs if they were concession GGs, I would say. Like, most of the GG emotes sound like you're conceding the game. There's no way to, like, respond to someone doing a GG with your own GG. without it sounding like you're making fun of them. Because they all sound like you're conceding, basically.
A cerebral maneuver.
That one is really good though. Like, the GG emotes feel like they should be taunt emotes. That's how savage the GG emotes are. Like, all the GG emotes come across like they're taunt emotes instead. Which is weird, because they're not. They're GG emotes, but they all sound like they're taunting. But the Jade ones are pretty strong. This one I'm not that big a fan of.
I will study your tactics.
Like, I will study your tactics, whatever, but the cerebral maneuver one, that one's excellent. I like that one a lot. This one here.
A cerebral maneuver.
And like the little, like, the actual, like the slow clap as well. Like the slow clap from Jade and the look on her face when she does it. Actually take a look at her face.
I will
Look at
study
it.
your tactics.
That's so good. Oh, Jade emotes are great. Jade emotes are excellent. Alright, what do we got? We got oops.
A miscalculation.
Yeah, see, that's really good as well. Like, look, the like face as well. Again, like the actual emote itself is very well done.
A lapse in judgment.
Yeah, also solid. Yeah, I didn't mean to kill my own guys.
Defies all logic.
That one's okay. I should let him have this missile so I can do more emotes.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, these are good emotes. These are definitely good emotes.
You have a child's intellect.
That's a pretty solid taunt emote as well. Like, if you are actually trying to taunt the opponent, that is a pretty solid taunt emote.
I've met smarter lab rats.
And Smarter Lab Rats, also a classic. A classic Rivals one. I'm not that into the taunt emotes, though. I feel like... Personally, I feel a little bit like if you're winning a game of Rivals... if you feel the need to insult someone because you beat them in a game... You should really take a look at your life. Like, that's my personal take on it. Like, if you strongly feel the need to insult somebody because you beat them in a video game... You should get outside some more.
Missile en route.
Missile en route is S tier, like for sure. That's one of the best emotes in the game.
I designed this missile myself.
Also a classic. Designed this missile myself. Absolute classic. Yeah, these are great emotes for sure. These are really good emotes. That's all of them, right? That's all the emotes.
Defies all logic.
I really like the Jade shock emotes. Jade emotes are great, man. Jade might have the best emotes in the game. I think it would be pretty reasonable to say Jade has the best emotes in the game, honestly. Yeah, Jade emotes. I'm giving, you know what, I might give Jade 10 out of 10 for emotes. I think all the Jade emotes, there's like maybe one emote that Jade has that isn't a banger. So maybe like 9.5 out of 10. But yeah, Jade emotes are all fantastic. So I'm really big fan of Jade emotes. I think Jade might have the best emotes in the game. Like, we're going to play through them all, but I think Jade has the best emotes in the game, probably.
Classy, Commander.
Alright, now, I personally think Oksana has not great emotes. But let's check them out.
Good welcome, citizens.
Good Welcome Citizens is a decent one with the little wink. I quite like that one.
Come join us.
Come Join Us, also a good one. You probably have heard me say Come Join Us many times whilst using this emote, because I enjoy that one.
Certainly newsworthy.
Kind of whatever on that one. Not a huge fan of the certainly newsworthy. I get that they're leaning into the theme of propaganda, but whatever.
That's one for the propaganda reel.
Yeah, again, really like leaning into this propaganda theme for Oksana. Kind of all she does is the propaganda. Not that keen on those, really. Not a huge fan.
Kane will be disappointed.
Again, whatever. Also, I feel like the acting on them. I know it's not acting because obviously it's like CGI characters and whatnot, but I feel like it's way overdone on Oksana, like massively overdone on Oksana. Oh, fuck it, I just won't move in then. Fine by me, bro, Sif.
That was regrettable.
Yeah, again, kind of whatever. Not a huge fan of the Oksana emotes so far. I think I prefer all the previous Commander emotes we've had to Oksana. What else have I got? Here we go.
This is a ratings disaster.
Again, super whatever. Yeah, I don't really like the Oksana emotes.
Have I been manipulated?
That one's okay, I guess.
This is a ratings disaster.
Oh, I've already done those ones. Never mind. What's next? Taunt?
Time for you to sign off.
Yeah, not a fan. I don't really like the Oksana emotes at all, to be honest.
Please, continue.
Yeah, definitely lowest tier emotes for me.
Control and inspire.
Control and Inspire is a decent one.
Motivate the masses.
Motivate the Mass is also pretty solid. That's like kind of it though. I feel like the ability emotes are her best ones. I don't really like the other ones that much. I don't rate them that highly. I do think that maybe a part of it is that a lot of super toxic players play Oksana. Like I think that might lean into my dislike of Oksana quite a bit. Because like the most toxic players I played against all played Oksana all the time and spammed their emotes. Like Agent, Big Boss, that guy My Dad's Better. Like all the super toxic players spam Oksana emotes. So I do think that has maybe tainted my view of Oksana emotes a little bit. But yeah, I don't really like the Oksana emotes a lot. I would give Oksana like a 5 out of 10 maybe. Like, I don't rate the Oksana emotes at all. I think they all kind of suck. Would take any of the previous commanders that we've had over the Oksana. Oksana just also comes across as really fucking smug. Like, again, I don't know if this is just because toxic players love Oksana, but Oksana seems really smug to me. Like, way more smug than any other commander. Which definitely I find a little off-putting. I know I have to actually try and play Rivals. What a nightmare. He definitely needs the money from this harvest to kill, whereas I do not need the money from farming Tiberium, so I don't really care. I don't really care if I'm harvesting Tiberium. He needs the money a lot more than I do. Oh, there goes my harvester. That sucks. I did actually need that. I need him not to get the 80. I didn't need the harvester. I needed him to not get 80 Tiberium. It looks like he still can't afford Solomon. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Oksana emotes. I think they're all kind of medium.
You are victorious.
Strong arm is great. I'm willing to change my opinion when we get into the game, eyes. I'm just saying that my gut feeling is that the strong arm emotes aren't great, but we'll see.
New objective received.
Let's see what McNeil has to say, or strong arm has to say.
How you doing?
It's fine. It's a sort of solid greet emote.
Engineer, reporting for duty.
Also solid.
Brilliant.
That is good, but again, it's just like the GG emotes are just all taunt emotes hidden behind a good game button.
Unit ready.
Like the thumbs up and brilliant is definitely not something you're actually saying to someone when you're trying to say GG to them.
Like a well-oiled machine.
That one's pretty good. I do like the like a well-oiled machine one. It's a solid emote. Oh, mutants. What have I got for mutants? I got shocks.
Building online. Unit ready.
Settle down. We're here. Where's the action?
Unit lost.
Troopers, fire at will. Let's go. Shot drop in the face.
Nuclear warhead.
Alright, what else we got?
Brilliant.
Oh no, I've already done that one.
Things are falling apart.
That's fine. I mean, like, again, it's like, it feels very overtly...
Unit
I don't know, like, for some reason the Jade ones with the little art, like, seemed good to me, but these ones feel, like, caricaturesque.
online.
Like, they're too much.
Let's stick together.
Oh, the wheels are coming off.
Yes, I don't know, man. I'm not loving it. It's whatever for me. It's not definitely not my favorite.
Unit ready.
Let's hit and run. Shot right. We've got
He's saving for Phantom.
I'm on it.
The game's over, bro.
Fancy that. Blimey.
Nuclear
Hmm.
weapon launched.
Looking a bit weak, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to play Strong Arm again because we didn't get through all the emotes. But
Enemy base destroyed.
and I haven't really particularly enjoyed any of these emotes that much.
3, 2,
All right, so we didn't get through all the Strong Arm emotes. Let's. I rushed a little bit there, so let's start with the shocks.
Fancy that.
building online.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't excite me that much.
Glory to Nod!
Blimey.
Unit ready.
Again, just kind of whatever.
You're gonna need a tune-up.
The taunt emotes are pretty good.
Looking a bit weak, aren't you?
The taunt emotes are pretty good for Strong Arm. I'll give you that.
Gonna make mincemeat.
That one's not great. I think the other ability emote's quite good.
Meat grinder coming
Yeah,
up.
Meat Grinder coming up is a classic. That's a good one. The other one is not so good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd give Strong Arm like a... What do they give Oksana? Like a 5? It's better than Oksana, but it's still kind of whatever. So maybe like a 6. Like a 6 out of 10 for me on this, on the Strong Arm emotes. Not a Strong Arm emote lover.
Warhead launched.
Definitely way worse than Jade and Seth. I'd say even worse than Kane. Like, actually, Kane has the absolute worst shock emotes in the game, but the rest of his emotes are pretty solid. Once I actually like really paid attention to them and ignored the other parts of the emotes. Like, once you take the shock emotes out and look at the rest of them individually instead of looking at them all as a group, because the shock emotes drag them down so much. Once you look at them individually, I think the Kane emotes are actually decent. Just the shock emotes are unplayable garbage. Got a Phantom, that's not good for me.
Unit lost.
Walker ready.
Actually, you have forgotten to use my commander this whole time.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit
This does not look great for me, I have to say.
Unit ready.
Maybe it's fine. This has nothing. Alright, this has nothing, we win. Yeah, Strong Arm emote's not a big fan. Maybe like 6 out of 10 for me.
Missile launched.
At the moment, the ranking goes
Mission accomplished.
Jade, Seth, Kane, Strong Arm, Oksana. That's my current tier list. Okay, so the Liang voice lines when you select him for the deck are pretty mediocre, but I seem to recall his actual emotes are good.
The doctor is not mistaking me for a corpse. I'll take good care
Bro,
of
shut up. I'm trying to do my emotes here.
The doctor is in.
Unit
The Doctor is in is like aggressively mediocre.
I'll take good care of you.
Also aggressively mediocre.
You researched this perfectly.
Online.
That one's a good one, but again, it's like very clearly a taunt emote rather than a GG emote. Like, you are obviously making fun of your opponent when you hit that GG emote.
Awaiting scouting.
Clearly, you are highly intelligent.
Again, fantastic if that was like, it's a great taunt emote,
Unit ready.
but it's not that good as anything else.
I'm on it. Yes, sir. Let's get him.
A surprising miscalculation.
That one's pretty good. I also quite like his face when he does it. When he does a surprising miscalculation, I quite like the look on his face. That one feels pretty decent to me.
Nuclear warhead launched.
Gonna go over here and heal my shit up.
A lack of foresight.
A lack of foresight? I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Has no Liang player ever used oops before? Is that why I've never heard these?
Unit ready.
Settle down. We're here. Reporting. I'm on it.
God. Such an aggressive Kane.
Capacitors on music to my ears.
Where am I at? I'm at shock.
This needs to be reevaluated.
That is good. The shock emote is definitely good for Liang. It definitely shows shock. It conveys the emotion of shock. That is definitely a good one.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
I think I'm seeing things.
That one I've not heard that one before either. I think I'm seeing things.
Unit
I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Take 2 missiles and call me in the morning.
Take 2 missiles and call me in the morning is definitely goated. That is one of the better emotes in all of Rivals for sure.
Unit
That is a top Rivals emote for sure.
Unit lost. Nuclear weapon
Wow, guys, how do you not get that kill in time? Outrageous.
Major structural damage
Where am I at?
received. Unit lost.
Tell me where it hurts.
That one's not so good. That one's super whatever. Definitely not that keen on that one.
Ready for activation.
And then we've got ability.
I have healing hands.
I have healing hands as a classic. That's a pretty solid emote.
Let's stick together.
Unit ready.
What's his other ability emote?
Hand me the defibrillator.
What? Hand me the defibrillator?
Unit ready.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
Lost.
That is definitely... That feels completely new to me.
Drop music to my ears. Dropping the bass. Dropping the bass.
Okay, so Liang emote's actually not great. Like, my memory has betrayed me once again. A lot of those emotes were very mediocre.
Unit lost.
Yeah, I think I just lost the game.
Lost.
I did just lose the game. Did he go double half just to make Liang, like just to make obelisks?
Nuclear missile.
I think he went double half just to make obelisks in that game. These were not great emotes. There's like a couple of decent ones, but actually the Liang emotes are a lot worse than I remembered.
Destroyed.
I'm probably gonna give that like, okay, well that's like on slightly better than strong arm, so I guess like a 7. All right, so on to McNeil. He has 2 average voice lines when you select him for your deck. And then we're gonna rate McNeil emotes. So let's have a look. Ah, not available. Well then. Let's try again. Still not available. All right, so I think we're probably gonna have to give McNeil a 0 out of 10. I feel confident in this rating. I think McNeil worst emotes in all of Rivals. I don't think any other commander can really compete with McNeil for worst emotes. So there you go. There, at the bottom of the totem pole, McNeil. Unlucky McNeil. Truly the worst emotes in all of Rivals. Now we're just gonna play a game of Rivals. Now you guys can just witness a game of actual Command and Conquer Rivals.
Ready to mount them.
Where is the MG? Is it back there? All right, cool. Cool game, bro. People who make MG are cool. Just kidding.
Unit ready.
I do have McNeil, which is pretty good against MG, so I'm gonna try and... Can I put a trap back? I actually don't know. Can I put a trap back there? Or I actually would want to put a trap? Is that possible?
Unit lost.
Oh, now he's got a Rhino as well, so there's no point.
Lost.
Alright, so I guess we're just AFKing until Orca. Fun game was had by all. MG brings the most fun gameplay.
Unit ready.
Walker in protected type. Walker clear stuff. Shock capacitors on. Awaiting you go. Ready.
Jesus Christ, man. What's up with this guy and his turrets?
May take some heat. I'm on it. Missile moving out. We've got this.
Unit ready.
Clear skies. Walker, you where's the action? Double time. Going. I'm on it.
Defense online.
Alright, I can put one down where I wanted it. That's good.
Ready. We've got it. Then let's hit.
Am I going to lose to that MG with a McNeil? No. I was going to say, if Shocks walk up to and lose to a McNeiled MG, that's pretty insane.
Unit lost.
I can't heal my Harvester because I'm not playing Liang anymore. Sad. I do have Razorback though, so once I go into Razorback, I'll probably be fine. Lol. I knew that the Walker was going to be fine against those missiles, that's why I didn't bother moving it.
Unit lost.
What is my Razorback? Okay, that was probably too much stuff to send a single Razorback into. That's probably on me, even with McNeil trap.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Deck's pretty bad against APC actually. I don't really have a good answer to APC. Any deck that relies on Orca as its anti-vehicle is going to be pretty bad against APC.
Unit lost.
Alright, we should win here. Alright, GG my guy. Let's give him a GG emote. Oh no, wait, McNeil sucks.
You are victorious. Battlefield control.
Alright, so now we've got the Salmon Man himself. Now, I believe, my memory is that Solomon emotes are pretty good, but I have been betrayed a couple of times now, because the Liang emotes I remembered being good and they sucked. And I remembered the Kane emotes being bad, and actually across the board they were quite good apart from the shock.
Ready.
Solomon has...
Greetings, Commander.
That's a great one. Greetings, Commander. That's definitely that's a great greeting. With a little salute as well.
I am in command here.
That one's less good. As a greeting, that one's kind of whatever. The first one with the little salute, the Greetings, Commander, is great, though. That's a really good greeting emote.
You have a keen tactical mind.
That's pretty solid. I can get on board with that one.
Online.
So you have a keen tactical mind. It's pretty decent. Well, hello, that's getting aggressive.
Unit
Yeah, you better run.
Well played.
Yeah, solid. You're literally saying well played. That's like actually the only GG emote we've used that actually felt like you could potentially be saying GG to someone and not saying suck my dick.
lost. Unit
It's like the first GG emote that is not just to suck my dick. Amazing.
unit lost.
You have a keen tactical mind.
Oh, I've already done that one. Apologies, chat.
Poor judgment.
Yeah, it's solid. It's not amazing, but it's a decent oops emote. Conveys some oops.
You miscalculation.
Unit ready.
Wait, what was the other one?
Poor judgment.
They're both fine. They're both fine. Neither of them is like god tier, but neither of them is terrible either. Those are both fine emotes, I'd say.
Ion cannon activated. Unit lost.
That's impossible.
That's a good one. So that's impossible. That's a good one.
What is this?
Also good. Also good. And the way he like slams the table. Solomon emotes are good. We'll have to play a second Solomon game because I won too
Base
quickly.
Destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Alright, so where were we? We did shock. I think both the shock emotes were good.
You are no match for me.
Yeah, that's a solid taunt. He does a little laugh as well. I like the laugh. The laugh is good.
I am the master.
That one's less good. He say I'm the master? That's weird. He also doesn't he have another emote where he says I'm in control, which would make more sense as a taunt emote. Well, that's Kane, right? Kane has that one. That one was pretty bad. I would give zero points to that one. That was a bad emote. Not a fan of that one at all. Where am I at? Abilities.
Ready the ion cannon.
Ready the Iron Cannon is solid, but like the little picture in the background, I don't know if it's good or bad. Like I can't tell if it's a positive or a negative. I feel like maybe it's so dumb that it's bad, but then it also could be one of those things where it's so dumb that actually it's great. I'm not sure, to be honest. Like that one I feel very uncertain about.
Unit lost.
What else have we got to do? That's not great either. Yeah, the ability emotes are actually not fantastic. I remember them being better. I think the Solomon emotes are like solid and actually do a good job of conveying what you are clicking on when you send them. Like the oops is an oops, the GG actually feels like it might be a GG. So yeah, I think all the emotes convey what they are trying, like what they are supposedly meant to be. But they're just not that, they're not interesting. Like none of them really make me think like, oh, that's hilarious or that's a great emote. Whereas like Jade and Seth both have emotes where you're like, oh, that's just a really good emote, like that's a banger. So yeah, I think that overall Solomon, not great, not terrible, but not amazing.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Missile launched.
So I think I'd probably give Solomon like, what would I give Solomon?
Unit lost.
It's better than Strong Arm and Oksana. I think I'd give him like a 7 or 8. 7 or 8 I think is fair for Solomon. Like they're solid, they do a good job of conveying the thing you're actually clicking on, but none of them like a standout great emotes, which is really what we're looking for. We want the emote to really shine as a, oh my god, that was a banger. And I don't think any of them do that.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Ion cannon activated. Warhead launched.
Ready the ion cannon.
So yeah, probably like 7.5 for Solomon, something like that.
Objective.
Finally, we have Jackson. I will say that putting Jackson into your deck voice lines, I think are very good. Like they're very on theme for Jackson and they're well done. I think the voice actor for Jackson is good as well.
Unit ready.
All right, so we've got, yeah, that's a solid emote. It's a solid greeting emote. I like that one.
Reporting from the front.
Also good. Big fan. Not like a god tier emote or anything. It's not like Kane. When Kane's like Kane lives, that's like one of the best greet emotes in the game. Maybe the best. That's probably the best. Also, Seth has really good greet emotes. Like the I'm Seth, just Seth, so good. What else have we got? So we're on to good games.
That was tactical genius.
Yeah, that's a good emote. I like that one. It also, like, it still does kind of convey GG suck my dick, but there is maybe some world in which you could, nah, let's be honest, it's definitely just GG SMD.
Unit lost.
But they all are, right? Like there's so few that aren't that. You can't really give points for not being that, because they just all are that. Alright, what else have we got?
A brilliant move.
Yeah, same again. You're definitely just making fun of your opponent. Like, it is just mockery. I'm gonna get his Harvester at the cost of the missile, which I hate. Like, I'm not a fan of that, obviously. I was really, like, it was such low hit points, I was really hoping he'd go for it. I actually might get the missile as well, which would be great. Alright, I think I'm gonna get the missile as well.
Unit lost.
In that case, it is a good exchange. If you get the missile and the half, that's obviously good.
was tactical genius.
Oh, I think we already did that one. Kind of seems like I'm, you know, BMing people, but I am actually just trying to go through the emotes. What do we got next?
Lost good men today.
It's a solid one. Again, though, like the nod ones, it feels like the nod ones just really have a lot more pizzazz to them. Like, just generally speaking, the nod ones feel a lot better, a lot more visceral.
Unit ready.
Shockwave, ready to melt the
We're getting pounded.
I do like we're getting pounded though. That's a good one. And they are both very clearly like I fucked up oops emotes, which I like. They are good oops emotes.
What the what?
That's a banger. The what? That's a classic emote. I really like that one. That one's really good.
Unit lost.
Holy Toledo.
That's also a great one. Alright, the Jackson shock emotes are good. The Jackson shock emotes are very good.
You can't handle the facts.
That's also a good one. Like, you can't handle the truth.
Unit lost.
That's a good one for sure.
Unit lost.
What the what?
I've already done those.
No time.
Go time is good. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Enhanced.
That's definitely a good emote.
Launched.
That one's a lot that one's a lot worse. That one's a lot worse, but the go time one is great. The go time one is definitely really good. Alright, so that's all the Jackson emotes. I think Jackson has some really good emotes. I think he might... You know what? Like, it's crazy to say it. I don't think anyone would agree with me on this, but I think Jackson might have the best GDI emotes. Having just gone through them there, I actually think that Jackson has the best GDI emotes. A lot of people... Like, I thought it was Liang until I did this review. And I think a lot of people are going to say it's Liang. If you ask them straight up, they'd say it's Liang. But now I've done the review and actually gone through them. A lot of the Liang emotes kind of sucked. And the Jackson ones were actually pretty solid. And there's some really good ones in there as well. So I actually think I'm going to say Jackson has the best GDI emotes. I'm going to get some flack for saying it, but that's my opinion. That's just like my opinion, man.
Missile launched.
So I'm going to give Jackson like... I'd probably give Jackson like an 8.5, maybe 9 or something. That seems too high though. Maybe Solomon is the best GDI emotes actually. I feel like I gave Solomon like an 8.5 or a 9. Maybe that was just too high. Alright, here's how I'm going to rate it from top to bottom. Or from worst to best. From worst to best, I'm going... McNeil is the worst because he doesn't have emotes. Then Oksana. I think Oksana emotes suck. Then it's Strong Arm for me. Then Solomon. That's when it gets tough. I think then Liang. Then Jackson. Leaving the Nod Commanders reigning supreme. I think it then goes Kane, Seth, Jade. That's from worst to best. So I think Kane is third. I think Seth is second. I think Jade has the best emotes. Having just gone through them all, I think Jade is best emotes. And I think those 3 Nod Commanders are better than all the GDI commanders. But Jackson feels like the best all-rounded GDI commander for emotes, followed by Solomon. Strong Arm I think kind of sucks. Oksana kind of sucks. Liang has a couple that are okay, but generally not great. And McNeil has none. Alright, there you go. That's my emote review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you disagree or agree, let me know in comments. Although if you disagree, let me know less, because I don't care, because I'm right and you're wrong. I'm just kidding. It's all opinion based, obviously. Like, everyone's going to have their own favorite emotes and the ones they hate. But that is my personal take on emote ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.